Water, water everywhere, not a drop to drink. There's a good chance you heard this line before by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. If someone's talking about water scarcity, they will probably mention it. It's about time we also talked about it. Water scarcity refers to a situation where water demand exceeds its supply. You already know that water occupies 70% of the earth, but only about 3% of this is fresh water. And out of this, only 1.2% can be used as drinking water. And the worst part is this: we're quickly running out of that too. In 2016, a study said, for most of the world, the era of cheap and plentiful drinking water has passed. But here's what this line does not say. This doesn't apply to the rich, because their swimming pools continue to sparkle like emeralds scattered across their vast properties. Their lush green gardens remain well watered. Their fast cars are always clean and shiny. And with this, they're driving water crises in cities.
We suffer due to the lack of water. Many times we don't wash our own clothes and they remain dirty for months. We have neighbors who give us water.
पुरुषों को तो क्या है कि वो तो नहा धो के सब ड्यूटी पे अपना काम शुरू हो जाता है। वो दिक्कत तो औरतों को आती थी ज़्यादा, तो घर का काम, पानी की सारी समस्या तो औरतों को आती है। बर्तन धोना पानी से, कपड़े धोना पानी से, हर चीज़ की समस्या पानी औरतों को ही आती है।
Water is the best insurance you can have. There is nothing without water. There is no vegetation.
In other words, what is the cost of fancy infinity pools? A drained groundwater system, thousands going thirsty, and the lack of basic sanitation facilities for many. The rich enjoy the benefits of water, while the poor pay for them. And this is according to a recent study. It used South Africa's Cape Town as a case study. The richest people here use 50 times more water than the poorest. They've suffered several years of drought, and when the day zero crisis struck, the poorest were left without water for their very basic needs. Day zero refers to the day when a city's taps run completely dry. In India, Day Zero famously claimed Chennai as a victim in 2019. But Cape Town is not a unique case. If we look back at data since 2000, the year 2000, 80 big cities have experienced similar circumstances, 80 cities, like extreme drought and water shortage. But it rarely touches the rich. This includes cities like Bengaluru, Barcelona, Miami, Melbourne, London, Sao Paulo, Beijing, and Harare. So why is this happening? Because the rich and the poor use water very differently. Most of the water used by the wealthy is for non-basic needs. They also use starkly different quantities. Like in Cape Town, 14% of the city's richest used 51% of the water. The poorest used only 27%. But solutions looking to tackle water shortage often overlook this. They focus on ways to increase supply or prices of water. But the only way to protect water supply is probably to redistribute it more equally, because the situation is already dire. 2 billion people the world over do not have safe drinking water services. 3.6 billion people don't have proper sanitation services, and 2.3 billion lack basic hand washing facilities. And this crisis is going from bad to worse. Water inequality is growing. The rich are getting richer and the poor grow poorer. But ultimately, everyone will suffer the consequences, because climate change is looming large and the world population is growing. So while demand grows, predictions say it will outstrip supply by 40% in the year 2030. And 1 billion city dwellers will face water shortages in the near future. So what's the long and short of this story? When it comes to water, we have to stop going with the flow. We must change tack and, most of all, learn how to share.